From the lower to the shower, back to the lower.
Tehillim begins here with 6 short verses that hold the key to a meaningful life. This isn't just poetry, it's a life map from David HaMelekh, showing us the path to blessing and warning us about the traps that lead us away from Hashem. This first chapter is like the doorway to the whole Sefer Tehillim. It's short, but it's the foundation for everything that comes after. It shows us 2 paths, the way of the righteous and the way of the wicked. And it starts with something most people overlook. Before you can know what to do, you have to know what to stay away from. Fortunate is the man who did not go in the counsel of the wicked, nor stood in the path of the sinners, nor sat in the company of the scoffers. Rather, his desire is in the Torah of God, and in his Torah he meditates day and night. David HaMelekh begins with 3 warnings: did not walk, did not stand, and did not sit. Our sages explain that sin usually comes in steps. First, you walk alongside the wrong crowd, then you stop and spend time there. Finally, you sit down and make it your seat. The righteous avoid even casual connection with cynics or mockers, not because they think they're better, but because they want to protect the purity of their soul. Instead, their joy is in the Torah of Hashem, and they think about it day and night. The Talmud says, at first, it's the Torah of God, but when you live it and make it part of yourself, it becomes your Torah. He shall be as a tree planted beside streams of water, which, being well irrigated, brings forth its fruit in its season, and whose leaves do not wilt, and whatever he does shall prosper. One of the most beautiful images in all of Tehillim. A righteous person is like a tree planted beside a stream of water. In Israel, water is life. A tree with a steady water source doesn't just survive, it thrives. It bears fruit in the right season. Its leaves never wither. The fruit is good deeds and the wisdom they share with others. The leaf is spiritual protection. Even the smallest righteous actions bring shade and comfort to others. Not so the wicked, who are rather like chaff, driven by the wind. The wicked shall therefore not endure in judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. Now we see the opposite, the way of the wicked. They're like chaff, the useless husk that gets blown away by the wind. No roots, no stability, and no lasting meaning. Just like chaff, it's worthless without grain. A life without connection to Hashem has no real value, no matter how busy or successful it looks. For God pays attention to and blesses the path of the righteous, whereas the path of the wicked shall perish. The chapter ends with a promise. Hashem knows the way of the righteous. Knows here means more than information. It's personal care, guidance, and protection. But the path of the wicked will vanish. Some midrashim say David HaMelekh wrote this after tending his sheep, watching them drink from flowing water, realizing just as sheep need water to live, our souls need the Torah to live. Kabbalistic teaching sees the tree as Etz Chaim, the tree of life, and the streams of water as the flow of divine wisdom that keeps the soul alive. Where you walk, where you stand, and where you sit will shape who you become. If we root ourselves besides the waters of Torah, our lives will bear fruit in its every season. This was chapter 1. Tomorrow we'll open chapter 2, where the psalmist speaks directly to the nations.
From the lower to the shomer, back to the lower. From the lower to the shomer, back to the lower.